And I think what's really nice to see is that we are trying to revive this, looking at our Prophet ﷺ as the role model, but unfortunately, many of us went away from that. Until we start coming back to it and actually, rather than reading Mickey Mouse and these type of stories to our children, we start talking about, Khalid bin Walid and Sayyidina Muawiyah and the Umar radiallahu anhu and Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu and Uthman radiallahu anhu. Like, the shyness that he had and the what we say in Arabic is hayat, yes. If you teach that to your children, especially in the West, they'll go a long way.
Absolutely.
And why would you teach them it? You teach them it from the perspective of, look at what Uthman was like. What did he do? Who was he?
Yeah, unassuming. This is a word, we call it shy, but a better word is unassuming. Umar was the same. When Umar went to Jerusalem, and by the time he got there, when he got there, the person he came with, his servant, was on the horse at the time. And the people that greeted him didn't know who Umar was.
And his clothes were ripped and stuff.
Yeah, humility. And again, it goes back to the concept of you being one of the people that you lead, you being one of them.
Yeah.
You being
and being their servant.
Yeah, exactly. And they say when Rasulullah was in a crowd, they couldn't tell who he was. They couldn't tell which one is Rasulullah.
There's a story when they came and Rasulullah was sleeping under a palm tree. And he had like rocks under his head.
Yes.
And they came and they were like, where's your leader? And they were like, he's there. And they were like, no, where's your leader? Like, why are you messing around with us? They were like, he's there. And then they came and said, how is he your leader?
Yeah.
Look at him. But subhanallah, that just goes to show, the example that we have.
So imagine how the Sahaba felt when they had such a great example, but he was one of them. He actually, was skin to skin with them in prayer. He led them in battle. He was one of them. Imagine the morale they felt. Because I've been on the front line of the NHS, where doctors, our leaders, consultants, and managing directors, clinical directors, they've just given commands. During COVID, we had something called a red command. We had like a little suite where the medical directors would send, messages to the frontline doctors. I'm like, subhanAllah, you guys are just in your nice offices. We're on the front line with our masks on. And we're battling COVID.
What was that like for you then?
That was scary, man. That was scary. It was frustrating. I'm like, we're literally fighting with our lives on the COVID front line. And we're getting these COVID commands. Rasulullah was an example. He was literally on the They said when the battle got the most heated, you would find him in the middle. You find him in the middle, And he was there literally on the front line. COVID, was scary. But imagine how many battles he faced, Rasulullah. Many while fasting, many literally up the mountains, many in scorching heat, many while on an empty stomach, many in his 50s, with leading men in his 20s, wearing 20 kilograms of armor. This is a different level of pressure and stress. So when you talk about leadership, nobody comes close.
Of course.
Nobody comes close.